all doing well today. I should say tonight. It's currently 8 o'clock in the evening, and I thought I'd bring you guys a review for this. It's about time. Pardon all the fingerprints on the box. But yeah, guys, here is the new Joop Homme Le Parfum. I did a unboxing video on this fragrance, and you guys were messaging me right afterwards saying when we're going to get a full review for this. So here it is, guys. The same design as the original Joop Homme. Apart from the juice is red, we get Joop Homme in gold writing, Le Parfum in gold. If you guys want to see all of the usual information, I would check out the first impressions. Boxes here as well. We get a nice star pattern on the top, which we didn't get with the other Joop Homme designs. This is a black box. We get Joop Homme in gold. We got Le Parfum underneath. All the usual information. Here we go, guys. I'm going to spray it and we'll talk about how this one smells. One spray would have been enough, but I thought I'd show you guys what the spray looks like properly. Straight away, guys, the one thing I can say about this fragrance is it is nothing like the original Joop Homme. The original Joop Homme has a DNA that we all know about. Some of us love, some of us really enjoy. I'm one of those people that really enjoy it. It's always been known as a partying fragrance. I personally think it's really nostalgic. It does remind me of a partying scent. But it certainly reminds me of those scents that you can wear in the evening, you know, to really last all night. The original Joop Homme as well was an EDT, and that lasts forever. This one, I'm going to talk to you guys about the longevity afterwards, but for now, let's talk about the smell. So this fragrance opens up with a very nice lavender. Now, the lavender in this, for it being the top note, it isn't actually the strongest note in the fragrance, but you do get it. It's powdery. It's definitely fougere. I really like it, personally. It's a very nice lavender note, although, like I said, it's just not as strong as it could be. But as the fragrance is drying down, you really do get this beautiful iris. You do definitely get that cosmetic type of smell with it. It definitely has that makeup kind of smell to it. Whether it's the mascara or the lipstick, you get the vibe. And honestly, with only the top note being lavender and the middle note being iris, there isn't a lot of notes counteracting together. So what makes this fragrance very, very interesting is an overload on sweetness. So as soon as we get into the dry down, we get three very, very dominant sweet notes. Praline, which is derived from chocolate. It can usually smell a bit like a caramel. Of course, with the cocoa with it, so it's very sweet anyway. We also get the tonka bean, which of course is a type of vanilla type of scent. It can also be quite ambery. And of course vanilla, which of course on its own is the vanilla bean pod. Very, very strong, almost dessert-like. Yeah, that's the kind of fragrance this is. It is very, very sweet. Yeah, I definitely agree with what other reviewers were saying about this fragrance prior to me getting this bottle. A lot of people were saying it's sweet, this is a sweet bomb. And I have to 100% agree. It is so sweet to the point where, you know, if you don't like sweet fragrances, you want to stay away from this. If you don't mind sweet fragrances, this might be worth checking out. If you love sweet fragrances, this may be one of your favorite discoveries of this year. Now, I don't mind sweet fragrances. They're not like my go-to type of scents. Personally, I prefer, you know, citrus aromatics, fougères, you know. This has a bit of that fougere quality, but it's mainly a sweet, sweet fragrance. Now, the original Joop Homme, the Eau de Toilette from 1989, that was also sweet. Oh, I should say that is also quite a sweet fragrance, although it's quite spicy and there's a little bit of citrus in there too. This one is all about the sweetness. So if you like chocolate smells, if you like vanilla, if you like tonka, but you also like a little bit of a twist, so if you like those type of notes but you like the smell of iris and a little bit of lavender in there thrown in, this is the type of fragrance for you. I don't think it's personally like anything else. I quite like it. I quite like the way it smells. I quite like the way it projects, although we will talk about all of that now. Here we go. So with this being a Le Parfum, that means it's stronger than the Eau de Toilette, the Eau de Parfum. Basically, Le Parfum means the perfume. So this is the perfume concentration of the Joop Homme name. Here's where things get a little bit The longevity for this is good, alright? It's not terrible, although I will say I'm only getting about 9 hours out of this, which is, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's still brilliant. But usually with parfum concentrations, you expect them to be there at least all day. 13, 14 plus hours. This one doesn't give you that type of longevity. What this gives you is, like I said, 9 hours at a push. The eau de parfum actually lasts longer. I get about 12, 13 hours out of that. That stuff on my skin lasts and lasts and lasts. This one, it's just a little bit weak for a perfume, for a parfum concentration. And I guess that's why this fragrance doesn't have the best of ratings anyway. I don't think people have a problem with the smell. I think it's literally the lasting effect that this fragrance has. And that's the only problem I have with it, is the fact that the Le Parfum doesn't match the longevity. And that is very deceiving. It's very deceiving in the way that, you know, if you are a big Joop fan and you love the original EDT and you love the EDP, don't get any high hopes for the longevity on this, guys. It's good. It's very good, in fact. But for a perfume concentration, it's actually pretty bad. I would expect at least 3 or 4 extra hours with this sort of concentration. But other than that, apart from all that, the smell is excellent. If you like sweet fragrances, if you also like the note of iris and, you know, lavender and all of those other type of notes, you will really like it. Apologies if you can hear my dog barking downstairs, guys. She always barks at the right times, let me tell you. But apart from all that, this is a very, very good fragrance that I would highly recommend that you guys check out. I would say some of the highlighted notes in the fragrance is definitely that praline, definitely the vanilla, and the iris, without a doubt. Although, when you first spray this, the iris, it does fade. The same with that lavender, and it's probably about after 15-20 minutes, all you really get is a sweet scent. So you're really getting this kind of chocolatey, a little bit nutty, vanilla and tonka type of scent. It's very sweet. I would say it's very gourmand in the dry down, but a very good fragrance. And at the end of the day, it's manufactured by Coty. You know, it's not like I'm expecting niche quality out of this. At the end of the day, Joop are a designer house, and you know, they don't make amazing fragrances, but they are known, especially in the Joop Homme line, to create strong fragrances. I mean, I've said it once and I'll say it again, the original EDT is nuclear strength, and it's the same with the EDP. This one, I was expecting a little bit better in terms of its longevity, but the smell itself is very, very nice. That iris is actually sticking around quite nicely. I mean, it's not like I'm smelling it a lot, so whenever I smell it every so often, I'm actually getting little faint whiffs of the iris coming through. But with everything else underneath, the sweetness from the tonka, the praline, and the vanilla, very, very strong. Very strong sweetness. But the only problem, like I said, would be the longevity. That's literally the only issue with this fragrance. In terms of that, I would highly recommend it. I really would, especially if you have a Joop Homme collection and you want to collect, you know, the Joop Homme fragrances. It's still a good addition, and I would highly recommend it. So, yeah, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I would highly recommend you check out Joop Homme Le Parfum. This is just my honest review. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. I will see you all in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Keep smelling good, and bye for now.